Honey, from now on we should be careful. If Jiwen finds out, with his temper, the two of us will surely die.
What are you afraid of? I've already found his 9-dragon seal. After today, I'll take you far away.
Really? This is the legendary priceless treasure, the seal of Shengzong of Hua.
What are you doing? I'll deal with you later. Sun Yue. I'll kill you.
Your Majesty.
Sun Yue. I've time-traveled and became the Emperor of Hua Empire. Shengzong of Hua. She's not Sun Yue, but the daughter of the Prime Minister and the fiancée of Prince Qi.
Come on, Your Majesty.
I remember now. Prince Juquen, for the throne, joined forces with the Prime Minister to send his own fiancée to the harem. Unfortunately, but I'm not him. Guards, seal off the Yangshin Hall. Without my decree, no one is allowed to enter. Disobeyers will be executed.
Your Majesty, what are you doing?
You came to the Yangshin Hall late at night, just to seduce me, right? Then I'll satisfy you now.
Your Majesty, don't. Don't!
Tyrant. Tyrant. How dare you humiliate my sister?
You came to me yourselves, so I'm fulfilling your wish. Any problem?
Jerk, I'll kill you.
Tyrant! Let go of my brother.
My father is the current Prime Minister. My cousin is Prince Qi. My aunt is the Empress Dowager. If you dare kill me, you'll surely die.
But I am still the Emperor. I am the Son of Heaven, the ruler of all under heaven. Who dares to kill me?
Ruler of all under heaven? Everyone knows that. Nowadays, it's the Empress Dowager and the Empress who rule the court. You're just a puppet.
A puppet. But I'm still the Emperor. So what can anyone do to me?
You've humiliated my sister and me. Tomorrow I'll have my father impeach you in court. Prince Qi won't let you off either.
Let me go now. Otherwise, even the Empress won't spare you.
Empress.
Your Majesty, don't you like playing with the palace maids? Today, I will keep Your Majesty company for fun.
This Shengzong of Hua is truly useless. He can't even control a woman.
Scared now? If the Empress finds out about what you did today, she'll be the first to depose you.
Then you won't live to see it. I'll execute you right now.
The Empress has arrived.
Your Majesty, what are you doing? Let him go at once. Your Majesty, what are you doing? Let him go at once.
Empress, have you forgotten your own status? Who is the ruler of this country?
He actually dares to speak to me like this? He is the son of the Prime Minister and a nephew of the Empress Dowager. If you kill him, the consequences will be dire.
So what? I'm still the Emperor. But I can give you some face.
Your Majesty, this tyrant just humiliated me and hit my brother. You must give us an explanation.
Exactly. We must make this tyrant kowtow and apologize to me. Otherwise, just wait for my father and Prince Qi to impeach you.
How dare you? Who gave you the audacity to call His Majesty a tyrant? And even dare to ask His Majesty to kneel and kowtow to you? Does your Sun family want to rebel?
This Empress is interesting.
Fine, I'll see. Tomorrow in court. If your Shu family can really protect him. Ryu, let's go.
Halt. Breaking into the harem at night, attempting to assassinate the Emperor. Did I allow you to leave?
Fine, I won't leave then. I want to see if you have the guts to kill me.
Such a request is the first I've ever heard.
Here's my neck. I want to see if you really have the courage to chop it off, chop it off.
Since you've said so. Well, then I will grant your wish.
Chung, you're insane. Sun Chung is the only son of the Prime Minister and the Empress Dowager's nephew. You killed him! The Prime Minister and Empress Dowager won't let you off.
Shut up. I am the Emperor? Mind your own business.
Tonight he seems like a different person. Nah, Sun Chung trespassed into the harem and attempted to assassinate the Emperor. He deserved to die, but Sun Ryu's crime is not worthy of death. If you kill her, the Prince Key and Prime Minister will fight you to the death. At that time, even I can't protect you.
So what? Considering how hard you've worked for me over the years, I'll spare her.
Chung!
Go back and deliver a message to the Prime Minister. A son can be replaced. If he seeks death himself, he might end up with no heirs. Get out.
Do you know how big a mess you made tonight?
I am the ruler of a nation. How can I let others butcher me? Enough. After all, you are just a woman. Long hair, short sight.
You!
Remember, I dislike anyone defying me. Even if you're the Empress.
Hulin, commander of the Zubao Guard, paying respects to your majesty.
Long live the Emperor!
Rise.
Thank you, your majesty.
Before the late Emperor passed away, he promoted you to commander of the Zubao Guard, far from the capital, guarding the Great Wall. Do you know why?
To guard the borders externally and monitor officials internally. If there are rebels, clear them for the sovereign.
Now the Empress Dowager and Prince Key's faction covet my throne and are restless. Tonight I killed the Prime Minister's son. Tomorrow in the court, they will surely show their true colors.
Your majesty, don't worry. I have had the army disguised and entered the capital. If there is any unusual movement, no matter who, they will die under 10,000 blades. What I worry about is the state preceptor.
State Preceptor? Right, the State Preceptor controls the nation's fortune, divines celestial phenomena, deceives the people, and is deeply loved by them. This heavenly disaster, he will surely use it to his advantage.
Your majesty, do you want to...
No need. Imperial power is granted by heaven. Isn't that exactly what I want? Hulin, go prepare 1,000 fireworks, filled with coarse salt, and 10,000 jin of black firewood and 100 torches. Tomorrow, upon receiving my decree, cooperate with the action.
Yes.
I hope you don't seek death. Otherwise, I'll show you the power of technology.
Paying respects to the Empress Dowager.
By the Empress Dowager's decree, if you have matters, speak early. If not, court is dismissed.
Mother, I have something to report.
My child, what do you want to say? What is there to report?
I want to impeach my elder brother for lacking virtue for the throne and having questionable conduct. I request that Mother depose the Emperor and install a new sovereign.
Prince Key is a royal prince. You speak of deposing the Emperor. Such behavior is akin to rebellion. Do you admit your guilt?
Commander Shu Hu, Your Highness Prince Key is doing this for the sake of the Hua nation's stability. To slander His Highness like this, what crime should that be?
Last night you spoke so boldly, but now you don't even dare to refute. What a waste. His Majesty followed the late Emperor's will and inherited the throne. To depose the Emperor, you don't have the qualification.
In my humble opinion, His Majesty lacks talent and learning, has no ability to govern, is dim-witted and unwise, has no strategy to pacify the people, indeed is not fit to be Emperor. So it's better to abdicate early.
How dare you, a mere eunuch? Who allowed you to be insolent before His Majesty?
Just say it directly. What do you want?
Of course, to ask you to abdicate.
Why?
Just because you insulted my betrothed concubine earlier, and unjustly killed the Prime Minister's son later, with numerous evil deeds, too many to list.
Your Majesty, such behavior is no different from beasts. I request that the Empress Dowager issue a decree to depose the Emperor and install a new sovereign, to rectify morals.
How dare you! How dare you slander His Majesty?
They slandered. What about me? Your Majesty, please uphold justice for me. Punish the murderer severely. My son died unjustly.
All of you, rise and speak. What exactly happened? Last night at the palace banquet, the Emperor was drunk and tried to assault me. My brother caught him, spoke up for me, and was killed by the Emperor. All of you, shut up! Last night it was clearly Sun Chung holding a blade who entered the Emperor's chamber without permission, a crime equal to rebellion and punishable by death.
My son was talented in both civil and military, with a promising future, and was a relative of the imperial family. How could he rebel? Your Majesty the Empress, this is clearly a fabricated crime.
When? The Prime Minister's son. Was he killed by you?
Yes.
Are you crazy? In front of all the officials. How can you admit that?
Your Majesty, as it is often said, if the Son of Heaven breaks the law, he should be punished like a commoner. The Emperor is cruel and unworthy, truly unfit for the throne. It's better to directly depose the Emperor.
Please uphold justice for me.
Your Majesty, this crime lies with Sun Cheng. He trespassed into the bedchamber with unclear intentions. His Majesty did it in self-defense, resulting in an accidental killing. It was not intentional. You're lying? Last night, my brother and I were already retreating to leave when the Emperor stopped us and right in front of me killed my brother. If I hadn't run fast, I might have died by the Emperor's blade. Nonsense. Your Majesty, every word I say is true, and I dare not lie.
Tianjiao, see? Last night we should have killed all of them to avoid today's trouble.
When? I need an explanation.
Explanation? Not to mention he trespassed into the hall, which is a capital offense. I am the supreme ruler, the lord of all under heaven. If I want to kill a servant, what explanation is needed? Mother, do you not know the principle that if the ruler orders a subject to die, the subject has no choice but to die?
Such arrogance. Your Majesty must still be drunk from last night, thus speaking nonsense, which should not be taken seriously.
Your Majesty, this is the Imperial Court. The Emperor is the ruler of the nation. His word is law. You calling it nonsense won't dismiss the matter.
Mother, the Emperor shows no remorse, and now is even more arrogant. Such behavior is unfit for a ruler.
I, on behalf of all court officials, and the scholars of the land, implore the Empress Dowager to appoint a wiser ruler.
When? You need to give me a reasonable explanation. Otherwise, I will have to heed the requests of the officials and appoint a new emperor.
Explanation? Regardless of whose son Sun Chung is, or whose relative, he is a subject. As a subject, He trespassed into the Forbidden Palace, threatening the ruler. What crime do you think I should charge him with?
Your Majesty, trespassing into the Forbidden Palace is a crime equal to rebellion, punishable by exterminating the clan.
Prime Minister, did you hear that? I only executed Sun Chen alone, which is a great mercy. Now you bring a coffin to court, demanding an explanation from me. Do you think that only executing him is not enough, and you want your entire clan executed?
I dare not.
You are so cruel, threatening to exterminate clans at will. If the people learn of this, how will they view the imperial family?
Now that the land is in chaos, if we don't choose a wise ruler, are we to sit by and watch the Hua dynasty fall?
The Emperor is the supreme ruler. What right does a eunuch have? To speak out of turn?
Eunuch Liu is right. Even for the sake of the people, we should appoint a wiser ruler to restore order.
You are all the Emperor's subjects. Yet you are here, speaking treasonous words. Is this your way as subjects?
As subjects, you should die to repay the ruler's grace. Your words are treasonous. Are you seeking death?
Shuhu, are you trying to kill someone right in front of me?
Deposing the Emperor is rebellion. How can I spare his life?
What a fine way to call it rebellion. Then tell me, if we don't establish a new emperor, who will rule the Hua Empire? Of course it's His Majesty. He? In the south, floods have submerged thousands of Lai. In the northwest, drought has left corpses strewn everywhere. In the north, foreign enemies frequently invade. And in the central plains, there are 36 rebel lords, stirring up chaos. When can you tell me how to govern this empire? What should come first?
You've been silent for a long time, so you were waiting for this moment.
Such a major event, even the Prime Minister can't handle it. My brother is a foolish emperor. How could he know?
I've heard that Prince Qi is both civil and martial, no less than a sage. He can surely pacify the empire. Why not make him the new emperor and restore the court's discipline?
He's finished. How could he solve problems that even all the ministers can't resolve? This time he is really going to be deposed?
Please, Empress Dowager, issue an edict to make Prince Qi the Emperor and restore the court's discipline.
Please, Empress Dowager, issue an edict.
Since that's the case, I will...
Wait! I never said I don't know how to govern. Why are you in such a hurry? Are you trying to rebel?
You know?
Of course I know. They're just minor problems. Yet you're here scratching your heads. Utterly incompetent.
These problems, even I can't think of a solution. So how can you solve them?
Your Majesty, you've been on the throne for years, with no achievements. Who gave you the courage to dare insult all the ministers?
All the ministers? They're just a bunch of good-for-nothings. State affairs. First secure the inside, then deal with external threats. Droughts and floods should be addressed by opening granaries to distribute food, to stabilize the people's hearts. If the people rebel, it's because of hardship, so issue proclamations to exempt taxes for 3 years. When bandits rise up, send civil officials instead of military generals to persuade them with benevolence to surrender, which is more powerful than 1,000 troops. If foreign tribes invade, send officials to negotiate, reopen trade markets, to pacify the enemies from the grasslands. As for the various feudal lords who have their own armies, issue an edict of grace, allowing the lord's sons to equally share their titles, lands, and armies. This dismantles their power without a fight. I take this as the foundation of state affairs. Mother, what do you think?
This.
Your Majesty, what he said is all nonsense. Opening granaries for disaster relief. But now the national treasury is empty. Where will the money come from?
Exactly. All this is just nonsense.
Mother, if your words spread, Empress Dowager, you might be greatly affected.
That's right. Everything is about securing the inside first, then dealing with external threats.
Ministers, do you agree with what I said?
We bow in submission. Your Majesty speaks wisely.
Since the Empress Dowager and all the ministers have agreed with my words, then I, as the Emperor, will exercise the rights an Emperor should have.
You? What are you going to do?
The founding Emperor established ancestral rules. Eunuchs must not interfere in politics. Just now, you recklessly spoke about state affairs, which is a crime punishable by death.
How dare you? I am the Empress Dowager's person.
What wouldn't I dare? I am the ruler of the world, the Supreme Emperor.
When you are presumptuous.
What? Empress Dowager? Are you also going against the ancestral rules?
Lutin only said a few words. Why do you kill him?
Recklessly discussing state affairs, according to ancestral rules, deserves death.
We barely managed to get through it. Can't you endure a little?
The ancestral rules. You killed someone in court, and its mother's close attendant. Today, you must give Mother an explanation.
What if I don't?
If your Majesty doesn't, we will ask the Empress Dowager to issue an edict, to depose the Emperor and appoint a new one.
Depose me? Now. What reason do you have to depose me? Is it about governance or strategy?
This was not said by me, but by our Hua's preceptor.
State preceptor?
Now, the state preceptor is outside the hall. If the Empress Dowager doesn't believe, summon the state preceptor to the hall.
State preceptor. It's over. The state preceptor previously predicted disasters successfully, so everyone in Hua deeply believes his words. If he says it's heaven's will to depose Zhu Wen, then it's truly the end. Are you sure that was the state preceptor's words?
I dare not deceive your Majesty.
Fine. Summon the state preceptor to the court.
I pay my respects to the Empress Dowager, the Empress and the Emperor.
Regarding the matter of deposing the Emperor, was it you who said it?
Report, it was not I who said it, but rather the will of heaven.
The state preceptor boldly came to court. You truly fear no death?
The continuous disasters are due to your Majesty's lack of virtue, which has angered the heavens, leading to severe punishment. I am just speaking honestly based on duty.
How dare you!
Why is the Empress in such a hurry? Why not listen to the state preceptor finish?
In reply to the Empress Dowager, I received a warning from heaven last night. If we want Hua to have favorable weather, and peace and prosperity, we must depose the Emperor and establish a new ruler.
Depose the old and establish the new. Do you believe it? I will cut you down right now.
Your Majesty, what the state preceptor said, is there any fault in it? If not, how do you explain that for thousands of years in Hua, disasters have been continuous? Deposing the Emperor and appointing another is the will of heaven.
Prime Minister, you should know that my will is the will of heaven. Comparing heavenly will with me, he is not worthy.
Since you say that, your will is the will of heaven. Why not call upon the heavens to send rain? Can you do it?
Your Majesty, don't be provoked by him.
What's so difficult about making it rain? It's something I can do with a wave of my hand.
You're overacting. Do you really think you're the son of heaven?
When? Do you mean what you say?
Since you insist, today I will show you what it means to be the supreme ruler and the lord of all under heaven. This rain I will command it to fall, and it must fall.
Fine, this is what you said. If you cannot bring rain, I will depose you. If you can bring rain, I will no longer mention deposing you, and return the governance to you. Do you have to seek death to be satisfied?
Don't worry. Guards, set up an altar. I will pray for rain. Today I will show you what true supremacy in this world is.
Your Majesty, didn't you say you would pray for rain? Now the altar is set up. Why aren't you going up?
Why are you in such a hurry?
Are you really going to pray for rain?
My decision? No one can stop it. Even heaven must obey me.
Your Majesty, if you do not agree to this, there is still room for maneuver. But if you do this, later they will really depose you.
I have said it will rain today.
Are you stalling for time? In my opinion, let's set sunset as the deadline.
Prince Qi speaks sense. Let's set sunset as the deadline. If it does not rain, Your Majesty, you will be considered to have lost.
Don't agree to them.
Fine. Let sunset be the deadline. My decree, even heaven dare not disobey.
Hey, why did you say earlier that if he brings rain, you will return governance to him?
If he can really bring rain, then he is an immortal. Does he look like one?
Your Majesty, why are you still standing there? Have you forgotten the steps to pray for rain? I can help you.
There are still 6 hours until sunset. Why are you in such a hurry? Fooling.
I am here.
You gather 2,000 soldiers around the capital, light at least 100 bonfires, each with a diameter of at least 10 feet. Then take people holding my imperial order. When the bonfires are lit, burn the imperial order completely. Then heavy rain will surely come.
I obey your order.
Your Majesty, what are you doing?
Of course, I am giving orders to heaven to make it rain. The wind carries a chill. There must be a cold air current above. Today, I will let you know that the end of theology is still science.
Putting on airs. In the capital, hundreds of people every day light fires for cooking. According to Your Majesty's words, wouldn't the capital rain every day?
I am the supreme ruler, with fire as the signal, and fireworks as the order. This is my decree. Heaven dare not ignore it.
Enough. When will you begin? I and all the ministers are still waiting for the rain.
Hasn't it already begun? Listen to my command. Light the fires and sound gongs.
Just this smoke from the fires. What's so special about it? The beginning you mentioned is just this thick smoke?
Isn't it enough?
Ask. We want rain. You've only produced some thick smoke, and claim it's already started. What a joke.
I advise you to abdicate early and save some face for yourself. Right now, you are just struggling in vain.
Juwen is so impulsive. Originally, there was still room for negotiation. Now everything is gone.
Struggling in vain. If I don't tell you, you can't even look at the sky. Are you all blind?
It's really going to rain. Is Juwen really the ruler of the world?
Didn't you say there would be no rain recently? What's going on?
State Preceptor. It shouldn't really rain, should it? This won't do. It must not rain today. Even if it rains tomorrow, it would be fine.
Why are you panicking? Who told you it would rain today? I have divined many times that there will be no rain in Hua today. This must be the Emperor using some trickery.
Trickery? Do you mean that you think the dark clouds above are all fake?
Of course, it's because too many bonfires were lit, filling the sky with smoke and haze. Don't use this to mystify things.
So that's how it is. Juwen, I advise you to abdicate quickly, so you can keep some dignity.
The State Preceptor is right. So many bonfires were lit. This is clearly the smoke from the bonfires, obscuring the sky.
We're talking about rain, yet you're here mystifying things. Trying to deceive us with this. This is absolutely unacceptable.
Your Majesty, as the saying goes, a monarch's word is bond. So please fulfill your promise, Your Majesty.
Have I ever deceived you?
It's not raining now, yet you say it will rain soon. If this isn't deception, what is it? Please, Your Majesty, issue the abdication edict quickly.
State Preceptor, how dare you? Who gave you the nerve? Repeatedly speaking of deposing the Emperor. This is rebellion, a crime punishable by death. It is you who are presumptuous. When? We said sunset is the deadline. Now the sun has disappeared. Shouldn't you fulfill your promise? And issue the abdication edict?
The heavy rain is coming, the sun naturally disappears. If the Empress Dowager continues to be so unreasonable, does it mean that regardless of whether I can bring rain or not, I must abdicate? Empress Dowager, you are trying to offend the Emperor?
I naturally have no intention to offend you.
Then what do you mean? The heavy rain is coming, yet you want me to abdicate. Do you want to break your promise again?
By forcing our mother like this, where do you put filial piety?
While His Majesty is speaking with the Empress Dowager, Prince Key, you'd better shut up.
Zashihu, drawing a sword before the Empress Dowager. Are you planning to rebel?
If you dare say another word, you die.
Since there is no rain, then Juwen has lost. Please, as agreed, issue the abdication edict immediately.
Tyrant, stop struggling and abdicate. If you don't want dignity, we'll help you with it.
The heavy rain hasn't fallen, only because it awaits my command. If I don't allow it to rain, it dares not fall.
The state preceptor said that it won't rain today. Seems I have no choice, but to help you with dignity.
I said, the sky awaits my command. Once the command is given, the heavy rain will come. Heavens, heed my command. Thunder, come.
This is impossible. He can really command thunder and lightning?
Is it really going to rain? A mortal body rivaling the gods. What kind of man did I marry?
Chuchen, what did you just say? Say it again. You want to help me with dignity?
No. No, I didn't.
Impossible. How can a mortal bring rain? This isn't real.
Your Majesty's divine might. Your Majesty is auspicious.
Your Majesty's glorious divine might. Wherever your command reaches, none dare disobey. I congratulate your Majesty. And for Great Hua.
Congratulate for Great Hua.
You...
Now, who among you dares to say I lack virtue, provoking heaven's anger and bringing disasters as punishment? Answer me.
This...
And you, Prime Minister, don't you have anything to say to me?
This.
It's impossible. Even the state preceptor can't bring rain. How could he possibly bring rain?
Prince Chitachuen, you slander the sovereign, seeking death.
Wait! Today's events are too unbelievable. Who would believe it normally? This is human nature. Empress Dowager, this is no excuse. He is the Emperor's own brother. Does being a brother allow insulting your Majesty? Or ignoring the law? What does your Majesty have to bear? The reputation of killing a brother and insulting a mother? To lead Great Hua?
Who now wants to depose me?
Since ancient times, for emperors, only your Majesty can reach heaven's ear and obtain sweet dew. This is heaven's approval. If anyone dares to speak of deposition again, they defy heaven's will and deserve death.
What Father said is right. If anyone speaks of deposition again, they defy heaven's will and deserve execution.
Sun Xiang, you all not kneeling. Do you want to rebel?
Don't get too proud too soon. It's just thunder now, and not raining yet.
Exactly. Up to now, it still hasn't rained. Maybe it won't rain at all.
Thunder but no rain. It seems my brother will abdicate today.
Can't you feel it?
Feel what?
Of course the rain is coming.
No. This monk doesn't believe.
That this foolish ruler truly brought rain. How is this possible? Father!
Damn heaven. Rain at this time. How can I avenge my son?
How did he do it? Is he really a god?
You eagerly want to depose me. Is it all arranged by you behind the scenes? Doing this will exterminate your 9 clans. Sunshang, answer me. What do you intend to do? Do you want me to issue an edict to exterminate and confiscate your family?
This old minister is foolish, and spoke recklessly. I beg your majesty for mercy.
Considering you are a veteran of 3 reigns, and a blood relative of the Empress Dowager, I can spare your life. But death penalty can be avoided. Yet punishment cannot be escaped. Fined for 3 years, and confined for 3 months? What, are you disobedient?
I dare not.
State Preceptor. Now, don't you have anything to say to me? I said that once the rain falls, I will have you killed.
What are you doing?
I told you, your time is up.
Stop.
Empress Dowager, swords have no eyes.
Emperor, how dare you?
What does the Empress Dowager want to say?
The state preceptor communicates with heaven and earth, and divines the nation's fate. What's wrong with that?
You can't kill me. I am the state preceptor, who suppresses Great Hua's fate.
Presumptuously speculating on the nation's fate, attempting to depose the ruler, and plotting treachery. Is this enough?
Your Majesty, I didn't speak falsely of heaven's will. The matter of deposition is heaven's will. If you kill me today, you offend heaven.
I have now obtained sweet dew to fall, so you must die.
Stop. You show such disrespect to heaven. I suspect that this rain wasn't brought by you at all.
Not brought by me? Then was it brought by you?
Yes, this rain wasn't brought down by you at all. This state preceptor knows why it rained today. The reason it rained today is because your Majesty in Taihe Hall proposed governance strategies, not foolish as before. So heaven rained, and withdrew the punishment.
Could it really be because in the hall, his words moved heaven?
Yes, the state preceptor once said that Great Hua suffers disasters yearly because the ruler is foolish. Today, my brother suddenly realized in court. So heaven lifted the punishment.
None of this matters. As long as the rain falls, then I win. Do you want to go back on your word?
I didn't intend to go back. But the Emperor should think clearly. The state preceptor in heaven. Protect the fortune of Great Hua. If you kill him, you defy heaven.
If I kill him, I defy heaven's will.
Right.
Then what if heaven wants to kill him?
What do you mean?
The meaning is simple. I say that heaven wants to take this old fool's life.
Nonsense. Why would heaven kill the Imperial Preceptor?
Because my will is heaven's will. Questioning me, questioning the Son of Heaven, heaven will take his life.
Don't act recklessly. The rain was your good luck. The time has come. But if you want heaven to kill, It has never happened before.
Fine. Very good. I, the Imperial Preceptor, want to see how you make heaven kill me.
Fetch my weapon. I have an object, divinely marvelous, that can read minds, subdue evil, and bring heavenly punishment. All who are disloyal to Great Hua are enemies, and shall be crushed to pieces. Does the Imperial Preceptor dare to try?
Why wouldn't I dare?
Emperor, I want to see how you make heaven kill people.
Then please step onto the altar, Imperial Preceptor.
You wouldn't use this to make heaven kill me, would you?
What a joke. The Imperial Preceptor can communicate with heaven and earth. How could heaven kill him?
If heaven does not execute the Imperial Preceptor, it proves that what he said before was not false. Today's reign is because your majesty is no longer foolish, and heaven has withdrawn the punishment.
What do you want to say?
Since this reign was not prayed for by your majesty, then your majesty should, according to the previous agreement, issue an abdication edict.
How dare you? Your Majesty is no longer foolish? Why should he abdicate?
Just based on the bet, the Emperor lost and must abdicate as agreed.
Fine. I agree. Now, open your eyes wide and see clearly how heaven takes away the Imperial Preceptor.
Bragging. Even I, the Imperial Preceptor, I'm not qualified to command heaven. You, a foolish and incompetent emperor, how can you make heaven kill? And kill me, the Imperial Preceptor?
Druin, after you abdicate, I will definitely kill you, to avenge my son.
Why did you agree rashly? Do you really think you can command heaven?
I am the son of heaven. If I order him to kill, he must kill.
If your majesty can truly make heaven kill, from now on the Shu family will obey your majesty, without a word of dissent.
I said, the rain just now was heaven withdrawing the punishment. You are destined to lose.
It's about time.
Emperor, in my opinion, the wind, rain, and thunder have lasted so long. But the Imperial Preceptor is still alive and well. You must have lost, right?
Empress Dowager, if heaven wanted to kill the Imperial Preceptor, it would have killed him long ago. Why wait until now?
Did you hear that? Aren't you going to fulfill your promise?
I will not lose. Now use your eyes well to witness the crimes of this Imperial Preceptor, or you won't see him anymore.
Utter nonsense. I, the Imperial Preceptor, stand right here. If you have the ability, make heaven strike me dead now.
Brother Emperor, just admit defeat. Losing to us is not shameful.
Your Majesty, where is your heavenly punishment? Where is your retribution? I am willing to be crushed to pieces for you. To prove for your Majesty, heaven's power. Strike me dead.
How can thunder and lightning be controlled by human power?
Your Majesty's heavenly power is like a dragon. Heaven dare not disobey. I congratulate your Majesty.
Your Majesty's heavenly power is like a dragon. Wherever the order goes, heaven and earth change color. I congratulate your Majesty. Wishing your Majesty 10,000 years, 10,000 years, 10,000 years.
Who still wants to depose me?
Today, your Majesty prayed for sweet dew to fall, solving the drought for tens of millions of people in the north, easing their suffering. and ordered heaven to execute the disloyal imperial preceptor. If anyone dares to defy your majesty again, they will be enemies of us. And see if our steel blades agree.
Your majesty's heavenly power. We submit to your majesty's will. We dare not defy.
Raise. Juquen, are you still questioning me?
Brother Emperor's heavenly power, I dare not cause trouble.
Prince Chen deceived the Emperor and ignored superiors. The crime deserves death. But I, considering he is my brother, change his title to Prince of Qinghe, demote one rank, confine at home for 3 months, and cannot enter the palace without edict.
I thank Brother Emperor for the Imperial grace.
Empress Dowager, what about you? Are you also forcing me to abdicate?
What are you saying, Your Majesty? I'm also doing it for the good of the Great Hua Empire.
The Great Hua Empire is under my control. Empress Dowager, you should behave yourself.
Impossible. I don't believe he can pray for rain, nor do I believe he can make heaven strike down the Grand Astrologer. There must be something wrong with this.
What's the hurry? At least, I can still govern from behind the curtain.
That's right. Although the generals support Juwen, maintaining an army requires money. Now the national treasury is empty. Juwen absolutely cannot solve this problem within 3 months.
Oh.
We have the support of merchants. He, Juwen, does not. He has ordered us to reflect for 3 months. By then, the Ministry of Revenue will have no money. The army will surely mutiny.
That makes sense. Moreover, after 3 months, it will be the grand event of nations paying tribute. The Xiongnu will also send people to come and expose this matter on the spot. The Emperor will be caught in a dilemma.
Exactly. By then, as long as the civil and military officials petition for me to be the regent, overseeing state affairs, Juwen will have no choice but to agree. I can also take this opportunity to ally with the Xiongnu, and becoming emperor is not impossible.
I pay respects to your majesty.
What are you doing here?
Please spare my life, your majesty.
Oh.
My father and Prince Qi have repeatedly disrespected your majesty. Your majesty will surely not let them go. After 3 months, your majesty's wings will have grown, and you will definitely eliminate Dad. But I want to live.
What makes you think I can let you live?
Dad will, at the state banquet, after 3 months where nations pay tribute, have a minister of revenue Zhou Tian cause trouble for your majesty. At that time, the officials in the court will strongly recommend Prince Qinghe as regent, overseeing state affairs.
The Ministry of Revenue? Military pay? Is this your sincerity?
Please have mercy, your majesty. What are you two doing? Your majesty is quite fortunate with women. The daughter of the prime minister, who was at odds this morning, now throws herself into your arms. Greetings, Empress. I'll leave now. Shouldn't your majesty give me an explanation?
My Empress is jealous. She came to inform.
Inform?
Yes. Sun Xiang and others are plotting to force me to appoint Zhu Quan as the regent using money. Sun Ruyu is unwilling, so she came to inform me.
Money. This is indeed a big trouble. If it cannot be resolved, they will definitely force you to appoint Zhu Quan.
Even if I disagree, the Empress Dowager can also use the state's welfare as an excuse to appoint him as regent.
In the past, the Shu family could barely protect your throne. This power struggle, I really have no way out.
It's just a minor issue. No need to worry.
Is this a minor issue? Once you lose power, they will plot again to dethrone you.
I know.
Your Majesty doesn't know. Let me tell you. Now, among the 6 ministries, only the Ministry of War and Justice are on our side. Once Sun Chung and his men find a pretext to strike, we can't fight back.
All right, don't worry. Leave these matters to me.
Greetings, Prince.
Fellow presidents, After this, I will rely on you all. In 3 months, we must gather enough funds. Then, just follow my orders.
Rest assured, Your Highness. We commoners will handle it properly.
Then, we'll take our leave, awaiting your good news.
Everyone, go back and raise the silver. After 3 months, when Prince Qinghe becomes regent, we will rise with him.
Who wants to become regent?
Insolent! Kneel before His Majesty. Do you want to rebel?
We pay homage. To the Emperor, long live!
I heard you raised money for Prince Qinghe. Is that so?
Your Majesty, I dare not. We commoners raised money just for business.
Tell me, what business?
Your Majesty, this is our trade secret.
I see no trade. But it sure is a secret. Raising money for Prince Qinghe? To support him as regent? To threaten me? Is that it?
Your Majesty, I dare not, Your Majesty. Please spare us, Your Majesty.
Now you have two choices. Either I exterminate your family, or you give me the money. Choose.
Your Majesty, this is robbery.
You're right. I am robbing you.
This.
I'll ask one last time. Give or not?
Wait. Your Majesty, don't kill us. We'll give.
Decide the amount yourselves. But remember, I'm no beggar. Also, this matter, I don't want others to know. Or I won't mind killing more.
Your Majesty, your orders?
Three months. Produce all these things.
Your Majesty, what is this?
This is a steam engine that provides power. This is the power equipment for rifling.
Your Majesty, this is...
A miniere rifle. Rear-loaded bombs. And some fixed bombs. These things, make as many as you can. These are key weapons to defeat the Huns. After these are made, give them to Shu Hu's new army. The training and usage methods are in the box. Send them together.
I understand.
Remember, must not leak it out.
Yes.
Mother Empress, I heard tomorrow's international audience not only has Siam, Anan, and other envoys, but also from distant Europe.
What about Europe?
I heard it's a foreign tribe, from far away. They also brought some rare curiosities. Tomorrow, various countries will likely unite to undermine Zhuan's prestige. This time, before the envoys, he will surely lose face.
Then we seize the chance to strike, and secure the regent position.
Then let's first watch the foreign performance. First undermine his prestige, then force him to appoint.
We pay homage to the Great Hua Holy Emperor.
Rise.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Holy Emperor above, today representing the King, for the Holy Emperor offers some rare gifts. Hope Your Majesty likes them.
Ridiculous. Our Great Hua is vast and rich, and my brother owns the 4 seas. What haven't we seen? What could you have? That's rare?
Envoys presenting gifts is the protocol of the international audience. Chu Chen, you have no manners.
Our Great Hua as the Celestial Empire? How can we accept gifts from small states? If word gets out, wouldn't it lose our great nation's grace? Moreover, their country is weak and poor. What good things could they have?
Prince, your words are incorrect. Besides, apart from the old vassal allies, there are also envoys from distant Europe. Perhaps they really brought something that our Great Hua doesn't have?
Interesting. This is a double act. To play flattery and kill me, I'd like to see what games you're playing.
Minister Sun,
Your servant is here.
tell me, our Great Hua is rich and prosperous. We have everything. What haven't we seen? Emperor. You agree, right?
Your Majesty, don't be fooled. There's deception here.
What the Empress Dowager said is reasonable. Our Great Hua has talented people and rich resources. What treasure haven't I seen? Right, Empress Dowager?
How can you be so foolish to jump in knowing there's a problem? You've lived long in the Deep Palace. What rare things have you seen? Clearly making a joke of yourself.
What the Emperor said is right. Our Great Hua has talented people and fertile land. Your Majesty is the supreme ruler, with exceptional insight.
Empress Dowager, Your Majesty. Since that's the case, then let the European envoys present their gifts first.
Fine.
Our court's Empress Dowager decrees that the European envoys present their gifts first. This is 100 taels of silver. Later, give it to your master. Misinterpret. Cause conflict between Zhuwen and the envoys. After it's done, there's another 100 taels.
Sir, the Great Hua Emperor says, we are just a group of uncivilized barbarians. Our things. He knows them all. They're just a pile of garbage.
The translator took money, right?
What? Saying we are barbarians? Saying our things are garbage? This damn emperor! Today, I'll make him lose face. Bring all the things up.
Yes.
What is this?
Great Hua Emperor. Didn't you say my things are all garbage? Today, I brought 3 things. If you recognize them all, we'll offer treasures and apologize for our actions. If you don't recognize them, you need to apologize to us and allow us to preach within Great Hua.
This European envoy, what did he say?
My master said, if your majesty doesn't recognize these 3 things, he must cede a coastal city to them and pay tribute as a vassal. If your majesty recognizes them, then your majesty is impressive. Great Hua Emperor, do you dare to agree?
Are you sure? Did he really say that?
If you're not afraid...
Uncle, do you recognize these 3 things?
I, an old minister, have seen much in my life, but these 3 things I truly haven't seen.
Brother Emperor, the Prime Minister, and I don't recognize these 3 treasures. Presumably, Brother Emperor has lived long in the Deep Palace, and also doesn't recognize them. It seems this competition, we lost.
What do you want to say?
Brother Emperor, it's better to apologize to the European envoys. After all, it's Brother Emperor who talked nonsense, angered the envoys. Losing face alone for Brother Emperor is better than Great Hua losing land and becoming a vassal.
I second the motion. It was your majesty who said yourself that you've seen everything. Now that things have come to this, your majesty alone must bear it.
Great Hua Emperor, you still haven't answered the European envoy's words.
Emperor, I order you to immediately apologize to the European envoys. Our Great Hua's dignity must not be lost.
Empress Dowager, you mean to say I don't recognize these 3 things?
These 3 treasures. Even the widely experienced Prime Minister doesn't recognize them. You've lived long in the Deep Palace. How could you recognize them? You'd better quickly apologize to the envoys. to avoid tarnishing Great Hua's dignity.
Who says I don't recognize these things?
Your Majesty, what do you mean? Don't talk nonsense. If you talk nonsense, it'll be even more embarrassing.
The flower in the first tray is called polar poppy, has miraculous pain-relieving effects. It mainly lives in the northern part of Kdrama, in the extremely cold regions. Am I right?
How is this possible?
Your Majesty lives secluded in the palace. How could you possibly know what this is?
Your Majesty, how do you know? Aren't you just making it up?
Brother, you're so foolish. You're embarrassing our Great Hua in front of all nations. Are you even worthy of being Emperor of Great Hua?
Not knowing is one thing, but you have to talk nonsense. This will only make our Great Hua lose even more face.
Emperor, I demand an explanation.
Who says I don't know? If you don't know, you can ask the envoy.
Is what your Majesty said correct?
Sir, the Emperor of Great Hua says this is polar poppy, which has pain-relieving properties, and grows in Europe, in the northern frigid zones.
Oh, he actually knows. Absolutely correct. Yes.
My master said, Your Majesty answered incorrectly. This flower is not polar poppy.
Your Majesty, you've made our Great Hua lose a great deal of face. Today, you must give an explanation.
Not knowing is fine. Why did you have to talk nonsense?
It's over. With great difficulty, the prestige we built up is all gone.
Emperor, speak up. Why are you mute?
I'll give you one more chance. Are you sure this isn't polar poppy?
Brother, do you want to coerce the foreign envoy into changing his words? How could our Great Hua have you as such an emperor?
Shut up. Answer me. Either tell the truth, or I'll have you killed.
How dare you? Emperor, what are you doing?
Brother, do you intend to kill the translator? So there's no witness?
My master just now said exactly that. Are you going to kill me? Don't forget, only I can understand what he says.
Is that so? European envoy, your translator needs to be replaced.
It's over, it's over. Your Majesty actually understands the European language. I'm dead.
You actually know our language?
Your translator said, this is not polar poppy.
How dare you mistranslate? What did you just say?
I'll kill you!
Sir, spare me. It's not my fault. He made me translate it this way. It's him.
Nonsense. When did I ever tell you to translate it like that?
You gave me 100 taels to mistranslate like this.
Damn bastard! You dare betray me? You're dead.
Wait, envoy? Now I need him to redeem himself.
For your Majesty's sake, I'll spare you for now. Now, translate again.
My master just said, Your Majesty is correct. This flower is polar poppy.
How do you know the European language and recognize this so-called polar poppy?
I know more things than you can imagine.
Damn it, he lives secluded. Where did he learn all this? We miscalculated this time.
It's fine. We still have chances.
Respected Emperor of Great Hua, you may not know the remaining 2 items are things brought back from the distant New World.
The second is called corn, known as maize in your Europe. The third is potato. You call it potato. Am I correct?
Your Majesty is absolutely correct. The second is called maize. The third is called potato. The third item is the potato.
How do you know these things? This is what they brought, back from some new continent.
Do you want to know? We can talk all night.
Suit yourself.
Respected Emperor, Your Majesty. I apologize for my earlier words. I really didn't expect that you would know these, all the things.
In this world, the things I don't know must be very few. What you know, I also know, but what I know, you may not know.
I don't believe that you, living deep in the palace, could know these things.
Your Majesty, now that the foreign envoys have presented gifts, according to the rules, our Great Hua should give gifts in return. Please issue an edict and reward the foreign envoys.
They are starting to make trouble.
Rewards?
Exactly. Please order the Ministry of Rights to reward the foreign envoys.
I report to your majesty. Currently, our dynasty's treasury is empty, and we likely cannot afford this reward for the friendly foreign countries. How dare you! Our Great Hua is a superior nation. How could we not have rewards for the friendly foreign countries? Is it possible that you embezzled them? I am wronged, your majesty. This is the treasury account book. Please review it, your majesty. I absolutely did not embezzle. What? There isn't even a single tael of silver left in the treasury.
No wonder, 3 months ago, Your Majesty insisted on taking charge of Great Hua. It was just to squander the treasury. Now, even the rewards for the friendly foreign countries cannot be provided. Shouldn't Your Majesty give an explanation?
I don't want to give them. Is that not allowed?
Emperor, you are outrageous! This is a matter of state. How dare you be so frivolous?
Your Majesty, you are the Emperor. How can you say such things?
Emperor of Great Hua, what do you mean by that?
Foreign envoys, our Great Hua is the host country. I am the master. You are the servants. You haven't helped me with affairs, and still want rewards? Am I wrong?
Bastard! You dare insult me? Hunnic Empire? This envoy will surely report this to the Khan to attack your Great Hua.
Envoy, please calm down. He is only trying to change the subject. Please give us some time. We will definitely give you an explanation.
I give you face. Little Emperor, you wait and see. This envoy will surely retaliate against you.
Empress Dowager, I request you to appoint Prince Qinghe as regent.
Why?
Your Majesty has been in power for 3 months. Now, even the money to reward the foreign countries cannot be provided. Our Great Hua as a superior nation. Wouldn't that be a joke? Great Hua is in such distress. All because Your Majesty is incompetent. So I request the Empress Dowager to issue an edict, appointing Prince Qinghe as regent to take charge of state affairs and handle government matters.
Up to now, the Emperor has been changing the subject, and hasn't given me a single word.
What words does the Empress Dowager want to hear?
Fine, you lack ability. I won't force you either. I will issue an edict now, appointing Prince Qinghe as regent to oversee state affairs and solve the treasury deficit problem.
Empress Dowager is wise. At this point, it can only be done this way.
Zhu Wen, you wasted a good opportunity. Now, no matter what is said, the treasury has no money. This is a hard fact. I have no way out.
Shuken has the ability to solve the treasury deficit. How do I not know that?
Now the treasury is empty. Local people are rebelling, leading to the court not being able to collect taxes. As long as we can provide silver to quell the rebellion, we can naturally collect taxes. Brother Emperor, how do you find my method?
Ignorant and foolish.
You?
What do you mean, you? How dare you point at me? If you want to take charge of state affairs, you need to show some practical results.
Your Majesty has been in power for over 3 months, yet has failed to change the situation. For the sake of the people, please hand over your power.
Sun Xiang, are you trying to rebel?
For the sake of Great Hua's stability, what if we force the palace? I request the Empress Dowager to issue an edict, appointing Prince of Qinghe as regent.
Please, Empress Dowager, for the sake of Great Hua's realm, consider the state's welfare and grant the title of regent.
Please, Empress Dowager, issue an edict. He has been ruling for several months, with no improvement at all. Someone like you should have been kicked out long ago.
Great Hua actually let such a waste be emperor? It's truly shameful.
Tsk. Little Emperor, a good-for-nothing like you should hand over your power.
All of you, shut up! My Great Hua's Emperor cannot tolerate you barbarian states insulting him here. Do you want to be destroyed?
The one who should shut up is you. Is what they said wrong? In my opinion, a regent should have been appointed long ago.
Empress Dowager, the Emperor is in good health. How can a regent be appointed?
Empress, you'd better behave. Today's matter is not for you to interfere. Otherwise, beware of Great Hua's soldiers, not recognizing your Shu family.
Don't worry. I have it covered.
Today, for the sake of Great Hua's realm and state's welfare, I have decided to appoint General Qinghe as regent.
Wait. Empress Dowager, do you remember what you said 3 months ago? That you would no longer interfere in state affairs? Today, on my behalf, to appoint Prince of Qinghe. Empress Dowager, do you intend to break your promise? Empress Dowager, answer me. Do you want to replace me in handling state affairs?
If the Emperor wants to appoint personally, then please do.
No hurry. I still have a few questions to ask them. Are you sure you want to support him as regent?
Now that the world is in chaos, appointing a regent, given that the Emperor spends every day in the harem, drinking and enjoying himself, Great Hua is close to destruction and on the verge of collapse.
Did I allow you to speak? Chancellor, you don't even distinguish between superior and inferior, do you? Answer me. Who wants him to be regent?
Tsk. The Emperor neglects state affairs. For the sake of Great Hua's state, Prince of Qinghe should be appointed regent to oversee the court.
Bastards, you traitors. You only mention the Emperor in the harem, drinking and enjoying. And not a word about the Emperor, finishing state affairs early every day. This is rebellion.
Duke Wei, step back first. It seems you are Juquan's firm supporter. Since you have all stepped forward, then this matter should be settled.
It's over. What do you mean?
Minister of Revenue, Zhou Tian, deceived the throne, plotted treason, and deserves death. By my order, exterminate his 3 clans, and within 10 clans, none shall enter official service, nor take imperial examinations.
Let's see who dares. Emperor, what are you doing?
What am I doing? Empress Dowager, don't you know? That, of course, I'm going to kill him.
You dare?
Then, Empress Dowager, watch if I dare or not. Guards, execute him on the spot.
Emperor, you have such nerve. How dare you kill a court? Official of the 3rd rank in court? Are you rebelling?
I am the Emperor. Whose rebellion am I staging? Tell me. Whose rebellion am I staging?
Your Majesty acts recklessly, abusing power for personal gain, killing a court official of the 3rd rank. It's simply lawless. I request the Empress Dowager to issue an edict, appointing a regent, to rectify the court.
Tuan insulted the sovereign, plotted rebellion, and deserves death.
Minister Zhou, for Great Hua's realm and state, risked his life to advise. This is a model of loyalty. My elder brother is cruel and unkind, and had him executed. Not accepting loyal ministers' advice will surely bring disaster. I earnestly request the Empress Dowager to punish immediately. To win over the world's scholars' hearts.
You have such nerve. In front of me, winning over the world's scholars' hearts? Guards! Arrest Juquen for me?
Who dares? I am the late Emperor's son. Who dares to arrest me?
I dare.
Your Majesty, he is your own brother. In front of so many people, killing him will bring you eternal infamy.
Juqian, I haven't beaten you yet. Now you dare to rebel in court. Considering you are my own brother, you can avoid death, but not punishment. Guards, give him 40 lashes.
Stop! Today I see who dares, in my presence, to beat the Prince of Qinghe.
I dare. Prince Truquan of Qinghe has repeatedly offended the Emperor, attempted to usurp the throne with the intent to rebel, and deserves to be executed. Others dare not, but I dare. Bring the military rods.
Mother, save me.
Emperor, order your men to stop.
I didn't kill him immediately, which is the greatest mercy. Beat him. Wei Lin, beat him heavily for me. Even if he becomes disabled, I will pardon you.
Zhu Wen, don't think that, because you have military support.
You can act lawlessly. I can act lawlessly. What can the Empress Dowager do to me?
Fine. Then don't blame me for issuing an edict to summon the feudal lords to the capital to support the state.
Empress Dowager, what are you doing? Summoning the feudal lords to the capital is a disaster.
The Emperor injured my son. I will make him pay.
You're mad! If you issue the edict, you will give the feudal lords a pretext to enter the capital, and you won't fare any better.
I'm not mad. I am the late Emperor's Empress. As long as the throne is occupied by a descendant of the Zhu family, I will remain the Empress Dowager.
It seems you really are. Trying every means to force me to abdicate.
That's right. I do want to depose you. You are a descendant of the Zhu family. Don't you have troops? But the feudal lords have more armies.
You can't do this,
Enough. Don't worry. I have my own arrangements.
The armies that obey you are only 400,000, but the armies in the hands of feudal lords total 500,000. You also need to defend the borders and suppress local rebellions. As long as I issue the edict, your reign will end.
Juwen, you'd better immediately release me and let me regent. Otherwise, when the feudal lords enter the capital, it will be your death.
What if I don't?
Then wait for your death. You have 400,000 troops, but no money. And the merchants support me. I have money. When the feudal lords enter the capital, you will surely die.
Your Majesty, agree first to pacify them and then make plans. If the feudal lords enter the capital, none of us will survive. Under the current circumstances, we have no money to fight.
Who says I have no money? Who says those merchants support him?
They don't support me. Do they support you, a tyrant?
Merchants would not follow you in rebellion.
It doesn't matter if you don't believe. The representatives of the business world are outside the palace. If you dare, then summon them into the hall and ask who they really support.
Good. I also want to know who they really support.
Your humble subject pays respects to your majesty.
Rise.
Thank you, your majesty.
Your majesty, do you know what is in this box? It is I who had them raise the funds. Your majesty has been ruling for 3 months, but no change has been seen. The national treasury is still empty. As long as I become regent, the problem of the empty treasury can be solved immediately. Duke of Wei. As long as you side with me now, when I become regent, in the court in the future, there will still be a place for you. Otherwise, I will cut off your military pay. See how arrogant you can be then.
You.
Duke of Wei. You must think clearly.
Damn it, Zuken has merchant support. This is big trouble. If there's no money, soldiers won't have food, and they won't obey.
This time it's really over. The army cannot lack money.
Emperor, if you don't want, to step down from this position. Then go down and appoint the regent. Delaying is useless.
Empress Dowager so certain that they support Zhuquan? Why don't you ask them, this time, who they really came for?
Xian Tong. Speak. You merchant representatives, who do you support?
Your humble subjects. Of course, we support your majesty.
Say that again. Who exactly do you support?
We naturally support your majesty, Prince of Qinghe. Didn't you hear clearly?
Bastards, how dare you not support me?
Prince, we don't want to die.
Damn it. If Juwen has no money, the army won't support him. What is he even? How dare you ruin my grand plan?
A bunch of fools. Few merchants understand. I have no money, but I have an army. If they don't give, I'll just take it myself.
Princes, you are no match for His Majesty. Better apologize to His Majesty. We will not follow you in rebellion.
Impossible. I, a prince well-read in classics, how could I lose to him? An unlearned and incompetent ruler?
Zhuquan, you are impudent! How dare you insult His Majesty!
What if I said it? He is just an unlearned, luxurious, and lustful ruler. In what way am I not better than him?
Fine, fine, fine. With the dignity of a prince, you insult the Son of Heaven in court. Guards, beat him heavily for me. Until 40 strokes are delivered, no one is to stop.
Your Majesty, enough. Do you really intend to kill your brother?
If one does wrong or speaks wrongly, one must be punished. I am only beating him with boards, which is already lenient.
Who can withstand 40 court canings without dying?
So what? Beat him for me.
Your Majesty, you are presumptuous. Killing your own kin, stubborn and self-willed. Someone like you. How are you fit to be the ruler of this nation? Do you believe that today I will unite with the officials to depose you?
Try it. Empress Dowager, what did you just say? I didn't hear clearly. Say it again.
What are you going to do? I am the Empress Dowager.
Empress Dowager? I ask you, who is greater, the Empress Dowager or the Grand Ancestor?
Your Majesty, she is the Empress Dowager. You cannot act recklessly.
Answer me. Who is greater, the Empress Dowager or the Grand Ancestor?
The Grand Ancestor is greater.
The Grand Ancestor's teachings, the harem shall not interfere in politics. If you dare meddle in court affairs again, I will behead you. Why did you stop? Continue beating for me. Without my order, no one is to stop.
No, you can't beat me. I'm the late Emperor's son. Do you want to bear the sin of fratricide?
Your Majesty, do you really intend to exterminate us all? He is also the late Emperor's son. Your brother.
Precisely because he is the late Emperor's son, I didn't have him executed by lingering death.
Fine, fine, fine. Aren't you afraid that I will summon the feudal princes to the capital? With 500,000 troops pressing on the border. How will you remain emperor?
You threaten me?
So what if I do?
Afraid? If afraid, quickly, release me. Otherwise, when the 500,000 troops arrive, I'll have you shattered to pieces.
500,000 troops, huh? Shattered to pieces, huh?
Your Majesty, what are you going to do?
What? Of course to kill you, a treacherous subject. What about 500,000 troops? What do I fear? If they dare come, I'll make sure they never return.
Good. This is what the Emperor said. I will issue an edict to summon the feudal princes to the capital to restore the state. Just wait for your death.
Your Majesty, do you really want to die? Do you know what 500,000 troops represent? The current court simply cannot resist.
Why don't you believe me? I said, I have a new army, not afraid.
Not 50,000. but 500,000. I have asked my father. Until now, he has only trained about 10,000 new troops. The disparity in military strength is 50-fold.
The feudal princes haven't arrived yet. What's there to fear? There is still time.
There is no time left. From the time the feudal princes receive the Empress Dowager's decree, start preparing to dispatch troops, to leading the army to the capital, it only takes 4 months. In total, in these 4 months, tell me, how many new troops can be trained?
4 months is enough.
We need at least 300,000 troops to have a chance to defeat the feudal princes. To defeat them with certainty, at least our troop strength must not be less than 800,000.
800,000, Empress. You are exaggerating. Our new army is extremely powerful. 100,000 is enough.
I don't want to joke with your majesty. We must think of a way to recall the border troops stationed, and the pacification armies from various places assemble 400,000 troops, have a chance to fight against the feudal lords.
No, the border troops must not be withdrawn. They need to guard all passes, to stop the Huns from entering. The evaluation of local organizations cannot be transferred. Now we must maintain the unity of all regions.
This won't work. That won't work. Are we just gonna stand by and watch our defeat, then get killed?
All right, stop crying. Tianjiao, believe me, would I lie to you about such things?
Empress Dowager, we absolutely cannot. The Chuben Gol. If the foolish emperor isn't killed, I won't be satisfied.
Elder sister, this foolish emperor doesn't care about anyone's face. He really wants to kill us.
Enough. Stop talking. Juwen doesn't even put me in his eyes. I will never spare him.
Yes, Empress Dowager must not let him go. I must make him die.
I have already issued an edict to the feudal lords, ordering them to bring troops to the capital to restore the dynasty. Juwen, this bastard, won't live much longer.
Elder sister, this matter needs careful planning. If Juwen recklessly recalls the troops to the capital, with 400,000 troops against the feudal lords, he can still fight, and he might not lose. This plan isn't reliable.
What's your plan?
The purpose of the feudal lords entering is to kill Juwen and make themselves emperor. If we summon them here, aren't we just benefiting others? In my opinion, we still need to find a way to put the prince on the throne.
Uncle, do you have any clever plans?
The Huns have been eyeing our Great Hua covetously, but due to the natural barriers, their army cannot march straight in. Why not contact the Huns? Promise them a small path. Offer many benefits. Let them enter the Central Plain secretly, and support the prince to ascend the throne.
Fine, right? As long as I ascend the throne, I can give them Liaodong and the capital. At that time, we can designate the secondary capital, Jinling, as the new capital.
Exactly. The Huns have 100,000 cavalry and 300,000 archers. If we get the Huns' help, the prince will surely succeed.
The Xiongnu envoys haven't left the city yet. I'll go talk to them now.
Your Majesty, the Huns' envoy requests an audience.
Let him in.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
Envoy, you come to see me. What is the matter?
I just met Zhu Quan. He said the feudal lords will raise 500,000 troops and march to the capital. He asked me to tie down the garrison troops at the Great Wall border, as long as I support him to ascend the throne. He will give me the 12 cities of Liaodong.
How did you reply?
I said the Great Hua Emperor won't withdraw the Great Wall garrison. The feudal lords won't defeat the court, and he has no chance to ascend the throne. It seems I guessed right. I also said that the current Great Hua Emperor is talented and deep, Even if they have the support of officials, they are no match for the Great Hua, Emperor, let alone the disunited troops of the feudal lords.
You didn't come here just to deliver a message, did you?
Of course not. I can send troops to help you. With my help, we can easily destroy the feudal lords' troops. The condition is that our two countries do not invade each other.
Sounds good.
Then it's settled. As long as we pretend to ally with him first, let our warriors enter the pass. Then the Central Plains will be ours to roam freely.
Your Majesty, do you believe him?
The danger of inviting a wolf into the house. I still understand.
I believe you all have received the Empress Dowager's edict. What do you think?
I think the Empress Dowager has lost her mind. She actually gives us the moral high ground.
She's not out of her mind. I received news that Jukan has been beaten half to death by the young emperor, who doesn't even put the Empress Dowager in his eyes. If the Empress Dowager doesn't summon us to the capital, her son will be beaten to death.
You mean, send troops?
A once-in-a-thousand-years opportunity. Why not? But there's one thing. Before killing the young emperor, we must not have internal conflicts. After killing the young emperor, we can discuss the throne.
Fine, let's do it this way. Then let's each go back. Prepare provisions and weapons, and conscript laborers. Straight to the capital.
Have you heard that the feudal lord's 500,000 strong army is attacking? The emperor is going to lose.
There's simply no chance of winning. The court has only 400,000 troops. To fight the feudal lords, it must mobilize the court's all forces.
So, the northern defense line will be empty, and the Huns will surely march south.
Exactly. Even if the emperor barely defeats the feudal lords, he will still die. The losses will be severe, and unable to resist the Huns. If he loses, he will die outright.
Your Majesty.
What is it?
Your Majesty, Sun Ruyu requests an audience.
Let her in.
Yes.
I pay respects to your Majesty.
What do you want?
Your Majesty, I have received news that Jukan has secretly contacted the Huns. He wants the Huns to support him to ascend the throne.
I am curious. Now the feudal lords from various regions have raised an army of 500,000 to attack me. And the Huns are also eyeing me covetously. At this time, you still come to report. Aren't you afraid that I will lose and end up with nothing?
I believe that your Majesty will not lose. I will not, like the Empress, doubt your Majesty. Sun Ryu. Get out! Your Majesty did not tell me to get out. Empress, why should I get out?
Because I am the Empress, the master of the harem.
Is that acceptable? But your Majesty has not issued an edict.
Enough, stop arguing. Empress, what is it that you seek me for?
Your Majesty now in the capital. It has spread.
What has spread?
The capital's people are saying that we will surely lose this battle, because the feudal lords have raised 500,000 troops. And whether we win or lose, the final casualties will be very severe. Moreover, the Huns are gathering their army, and news is also coming.
It seems that Juquan and his group are behind this, just to affect the army's morale.
I heard from my father that now in the capital, the morale of the 12 guards is greatly affected, so we must find a way to solve it.
How about your Majesty releases news, saying that your Majesty will personally lead the expedition. This will surely boost morale.
What do you know? Now the great battle is about to begin. Your Majesty must hold the capital to stabilize people's hearts.
Empress, don't be so fierce. I am only trying to share your Majesty's worries.
Fine. Then it seems I was worrying for nothing.
Empress.
Your Majesty? Look, Empress.
Stop using harem tactics on Tianzhou. She is already hardworking enough. You are provoking her. I will have you executed. Empress, wait for me.
This new army is mainly focused on firearms. Originally, I was worried about the production of firearms. It seems that your majesty had made preparations early.
Now, firearm production has recovered to an expected production of hundreds of thousands. Cannons also produce no less than 500 per month. Before the feudal lords come to the capital, the production is sufficient to arm an army of 100,000.
That's good then.
Duke Wei, your troops have always been stationed at the Great Wall. I wonder how the Huns are now.
Those Huns are mobilizing troops everywhere. Grain and supplies, one cart after another, are being pulled to the border. They clearly have ill intentions.
It seems everything is as your majesty said.
Rest assured, I, the general, will never let them pass through the gates. However, the current urgent matter is still to follow your majesty's decree and intensify the training of the capital's 12 guards. When the 7 feudal lords enter the capital, we will settle accounts with these traitors and rebels.
Dear folks, this time my elder brother, the Emperor, will surely lose. There is no chance of winning.
The feudal lords from various regions have raised 500,000 troops. No one can defeat them. The Emperor is bound to lose.
Really?
I am a prince of the current dynasty. Why would I lie to you?
You are a prince? But why? Do you tell us commoners these things?
Because you are my subjects of Dahua. I don't want to see you die in vain. I don't want to see your sons, the infame.
So today, the prince has come to tell you, hoping that your sons, brothers, and husbands in the army will come back and not die for nothing.
Fellow countrymen, if it were a foreign war, I wouldn't say a word. But this is Dahua's civil strife. Our people have suffered enough in recent years. Don't let them die for nothing over this.
Indeed. This time, the lords have 500,000 troops. What the court can't withstand?
Yes, if it's a foreign war, we charge in without hesitation. But if we die in a civil war, that's just not worth it.
Exactly. The key point is, knowing we'll lose, we can't let our families die in vain.
Truen, oh Truen. I, the king, will first destroy your morale. By then, your army will have no fighting spirit. Let's see how you struggle then.
My imperial brother for the throne will stop at nothing.
Your Majesty, are you really going to let Prince Ki keep talking like this? I'm afraid tomorrow rumors will spread everywhere. The people will be in panic. We might lose the war before it even starts.
No matter, it's just a clown's act.
But now the people believe that your Majesty has angered both heaven and man. If this continues, I'm afraid.
It's just a propaganda war, playing with me. I am their ancestor.
This is
a newspaper. From now on, all important information of our Great Hua will be published, in this way circulated among the people, so that they know the first-hand news.
I worry that this paper is as thin as a cicada's wing. I think compared to regular paper, it's more precious, I'm afraid.
No matter, I've already solved the paper issue. Not only is it simple to make, but also cheap. From now on, everyone in our Great Hua can use paper, and write freely.
Your Majesty is wise, but this newspaper, how should it be promoted throughout the land?
Then we need to find the little expert in selling newspapers.
What is a newspaper-selling little expert?
Selling newspapers, selling newspapers! I am the little expert in selling newspapers. Sir, would you like to buy a newspaper?
Here they come.
Sir, would you like to buy a newspaper? Selling newspapers, selling newspapers!
Your Majesty is going to lead the army himself?
Really? Then what do we have to worry about? Your Majesty leading the army himself will surely wipe out the rebel army in one go.
Yes, that's good. This time, no need to worry.
What?
This. Juwen, how could he think of this? Is this paper free now?
Boring. Horin.
Your servant is here.
I've built a printing house, specifically for printing newspapers. The content of the newspaper will be various important news of Great Hua in the future. This first director will be assigned to you as an additional duty. Make sure it's truthful and detailed.
I understand.
Let's go.
Mother, your son is unwilling. As long as Juwen's army's morale is shaken, he's already half lost. But it was ruined by his damn newspaper again. Where does he get so many strange things?
My son, I also feel something is wrong. Since we started implementing the plan several months ago, Juwen has been like a different person.
Your Highness, talking about this now is useless. It won't help.
Then what should we do? The plan to undermine morale was ruined again.
Why didn't we notice before? This Juquan is a useless fool, who only gets angry when things happen. It's a pity that Juwen isn't the Empress Dowager's own son. Otherwise, we wouldn't need to support. Such a waste. Empress Dowager, Your Highness, since we can't shake morale. By inciting the people, let's be practical.
What's the plan?
Empress Dowager, winter is coming soon. I think the court and the feudal lords will likely fight in winter. If in the icy snow, the court's army has no winter clothes, how can the war be fought?
Right. As long as Juwen's army has no winter clothes, in the icy snow, even if his army's combat power is strong, they'll still be frozen and lose their fighting ability.
Exactly. The Ministry of Works has my disciples and old subordinates. I'll immediately order them to burn the winter clothes, reserved for the army.
Your Majesty. What exactly is Your Majesty thinking? Actually wanting to lead the army himself?
No, I'm not.
It's clearly written here. How long do you want to hide it? From me?
This is just a delaying tactic. Used to stabilize the people's hearts. When the time comes, I'll have a way to deal with it.
If Your Majesty doesn't lead the army himself, then you'll break faith with the people. Won't it be just as troublesome then? Forget it. Let's get through this first.
Tian Jiao, are you concerned about me?
No, I'm not. Behave yourself.
Tian Jiao, I want...
No, Your Majesty, don't push your luck.
Really?
If Your Majesty dares to misbehave, I'll castrate you.
Then I'll go find Ruyu instead. It's too unbearable.
You dare to.
Marry a wife, but not touch her, causing me to have thicker arms recently and feel suffocated. What else can I do but find Ruyu? Forget it. Tianjiao won't let me touch. Then I won't touch.
Your Majesty, be gentle.
Is it true that the allies have arrived?
Your Majesty, it's bad.
Making a scene is improper.
Your Majesty, the Ministry of Works clothing warehouse was burned down.
What? The winter uniforms for the Imperial Army were burned in the warehouse. Bastard! It must have been Zhu Quan and his men. Now, the Imperial Army has no winter uniforms. Next, how to fight against the feudal lords' armies?
Tianjiao, don't be angry about this. For me, it's a good thing.
A good thing?
I previously had no reason to kill the Empress Dowager. But now, it's a timely opportunity.
But now without winter uniforms, the army can't fight. Then we'll still die. Winter is coming soon. At this time, to rush produce winter uniforms for over 100,000 troops is simply impossible.
Tianjiao, just rest assured, this matter for them is extremely difficult. But for me, it's a piece of cake. Wait and see.
This is...
Called assembly line work. Each worker only is responsible for one process. The speed will be tens of times faster. We will surely complete the rush production.
With your scribbles, or similar things, can you produce in a month over 100,000 cotton coats?
Genuine as can be.
Enough. I, your servant, belong to your majesty in life and death. Even if I die, I am willing to accompany your majesty.
Your Majesty, forgive my bluntness, these 100,000 uniforms require a large amount of cloth. But the palace's reserves are completely insufficient.
Cloth is a small problem. You go to the Ministry of Works later. Previously, I had the Ministry of Works build looms. With looms for weaving cloth, the uniforms can definitely be rush-produced. By the way, take all these to the Vice Minister of Works, Zhang Liwen. Urge him to execute as soon as possible.
I will go and do it now.
Good, good. This year's first. Heavy snow has finally fallen. I see that Zhuwen's army has no winter uniforms. How can they fight?
Your Highness, I have received news that the feudal lords from various regions have completed their military equipment and provisions and logistics preparations. They have also recruited sufficient laborers. They are about to set out to march on the capital.
Good. This is the happiest thing for me in the past few months. The Imperial Army without winter uniforms probably has little combat effectiveness. Uncle, accompany me for a walk.
What for?
Now, presumably Zhuwen must be furious. Let's take this opportunity to mock him a bit, to vent the anger in my heart.
Your Majesty, the things are all in sight. Not a single set is missing.
Good. You've worked hard.
Your Majesty, the rebel army is coming. Why don't you hurry and have them make the clothes? Why bring me here?
Of course, to give you a surprise.
What time is this? What surprise do we need? Our lives are almost gone. Listen to me. After defeating the rebels, whatever surprise you want, I can do it. Even if
what?
Even if you want to do that kind of thing. It's up to you.
You said it.
Yo, brother, why are you hiding here? You've made your younger brother search hard for you.
What are you here for?
We heard that your Majesty plans to use 1 month to rush produce 100,000 cotton coats. Specially came to learn. How come? They're not done yet? We heard that your Majesty plans to use 1 month to rush produce 100,000 cotton coats. Specially came to learn. How come? They're not done yet?
You thing with no sense of propriety. Your Majesty's affairs. How dare you act recklessly here?
You!
If you dare point again, I won't mind chopping it off.
Zhuwen, you won't be arrogant for long. The armies of the feudal lords are on their way. Zhang Liwen is it. I advise you, if you surrender to me now, you can still live. Otherwise, when the armies come, you will all die.
I will never surrender to a traitor like you. Do you think the feudal lords can defeat the emperor?
Now the capital has only over 100,000 troops. How can they resist the feudal lords? 500,000 strong army? There's a difference of 300,000 men.
If warfare relied solely on numbers, then it would be pointless. Why not just line up and count heads?
The army has no winter clothing. I wonder how you plan to win against the feudal lords' forces.
So it was you!
What if I know? At this point, you can only wait to be executed.
Su Chen, who told you that my army has no winter clothing?
100,000 sets of cotton clothes. Even with half a year, without eating or drinking, they couldn't be produced. Do you really think you're a god, able to conjure 100,000 sets out of thin air?
Even without cotton clothes, my Shu family cavalry will never retreat. Even if we fight to the last man, we will kill you. You traitors!
Just 100,000 winter outfits. A month's time is enough to produce them.
Do you perhaps think we are all fools? I tell you, this time I will take your life to avenge my son's spirit in heaven.
Then you probably have no chance. Guards, arrest him.
Duwen, what are you doing? If you attack us now, aren't you afraid that before the war starts, internal strife will break out?
Has internal strife ever stopped? What are you afraid of? I just want you to see something. To prevent you from being so tense. Look.
Look at what?
You said my army has no winter clothing, right? Today I'll take you to have a good look. My army does have winter clothing. Open the warehouse doors. Let them broaden their horizons.
What is this?
Is this real or fake?
You actually made them?
Of course. What I say, I always accomplish.
Great, we don't have to die.
This is impossible. How could you produce so many winter outfits in a month?
Everything is possible.
Fake. You must be deceiving us. Winter clothing for over 100,000 troops. Just the cloth needed is no small amount. Don't say the palace. Even the entire capital can't gather enough.
If cloth is insufficient, then produce more cloth.
Stop deceiving us. The capital's monthly production capacity, we know it clearly. This must be your illusion, right? It must be empty inside, right?
Foolish. You simply don't know what industry means.
I have never heard of anything that can produce over 1,000 feet of cloth per day.
One person, at most, weaves a few feet a day. But one machine can weave 1,000 feet daily. Do you still think the cloth isn't enough? Not to mention I produced winter clothing for 100,000 troops in a month. Even if I produced for 200,000 troops in a month. I can do it.
This thing weaves cloth so incredibly fast.
You won't understand what industry truly represents. Give me 10 years to gather talents from all over the world. In 10 years, I will bring the Industrial Revolution to Great Hua.
What is that thing?
What you see now is part of industry, but unfortunately, you won't see the true Industrial Revolution. In your next life, don't be so ignorant.
What do you mean?
He wants to kill us. From when he took us to see this machine, we were already doomed to die.
No, you can't kill me. I am the son of the late Emperor. My mother is the Empress Dowager. You can't kill me.
Your Highness, what you're saying now, he won't hesitate over.
Sun Xiang, it seems you understand well.
As early as over half a year ago, when His Majesty fined me 3 years' salary and made me reflect for 3 months, I knew. You had already decided to kill me.
That's why. You know that Juquen and his mother are a pair of fools. You still want to help them, but if you fail to assist him, you will die.
Good. Back when His Majesty prayed for rain, I already anticipated today's outcome.
Uncle, what nonsense are you talking? 500,000 feudal lords' army is about to reach the capital. We still have a chance to turn the tables.
Your Highness, you lack the bearing of an emperor. Although you have the ambition to be emperor, you don't have the ability to rule an empire. If Dahuai falls into your hands, it will perish sooner or later.
Your ability is indeed good, but you followed the wrong person.
Your Majesty, I want to ask, how do you plan to deal with my Sun family?
What do you say? Guards, take them down and lock them up. Without my decree, no one is allowed to see them.
No, you can't kill me. When the feudal lord's army arrives, I can plead for mercy for you from them.
Foolish fellow. Between the 7 feudal lords and me, only one side can survive. You wouldn't understand.
Your Majesty, the Empress Dowager has gone to the Hall of Mental Cultivation to see you.
Hulin, speak. Where did the Emperor order you to hide Prince Qi and the Prime Minister?
Empress Dowager. I don't know what you're talking about. Why would His Majesty's actions be told to a subject?
Hulin, are you going to make me take action myself?
I have never seen the Empress Dowager take action herself. Today, let me broaden my horizons too.
Reporting to Your Majesty, the Empress Dowager came, insisting that Your Majesty ordered us to capture Prince Qi, and the Prime Minister forcing us to hand them over.
Indeed, I locked both of them up. They are now imprisoned, in the Imperial Guard's prison.
So it was you who captured them. I order you to release them, immediately now.
What if I don't? What can you do to me, Empress Dowager?
You!
Empress Dowager, show some respect for me. I am the son of heaven of Dahuai, the supreme ruler. You are not my birth mother.
Emperor, you are presumptuous.
Do you think it's still 6 months ago? Do you think I still need to be submissive to you? Now, no more. I have already uprooted all members of your Sun family in the court completely, from the Central Secretariat down to the assistant ministers of the 6 ministries. Now I have seized power. No need to compromise with you anymore, Empress Dowager Sun. From now on, show me respect. Otherwise, if you raise a finger against me, I will chop it off.
Emperor, you are presumptuous. I am the Empress Dowager, the late Emperor's Empress, and your nominal mother.
My mother has long been dead. You are merely the late Emperor's second Empress. Do you think I dare not kill you? One life determines eternity. If given another chance, I would still be the same.
Emperor, do you really want to die?
The ones who want to die are you and your son. I ascended the throne as a youth. You held court behind a screen, ruling the court. At 20 years old, I personally ruled for less than a month. I was plotted against by you and your brother, losing power. And the common people were thrown into chaos by you, your brother, and your son. You! Do you think you can survive?
I am your mother. Killing me would be unfilial.
Unfilial? Today, the 36 rebel kings have been pacified. The floods in Jiangnan and droughts in the north, all problems have been resolved. Now, only you, your brother, your son, and the various feudal lords remain.
Why are you saying all this?
Killing you is merely accepting some criticism, but my Dahuai is now prosperous and thriving. Do you think do I dare to kill you? But don't worry, Empress Dowager. I don't want to kill you now. Until the rebel armies are defeated, that's when I'll kill you. Hulin.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Escort the Empress Dowager back to Sinning Palace. Convey my decree. Confine the Empress Dowager permanently in Sinning Palace. If she steps out of Sinning Palace, I'll behead the general on duty.
I understand, Your Majesty. Empress Dowager, please.
Emperor, you will face retribution.
Your Majesty, this punishment is not quite appropriate, is it? If it gets out, it might not look good. Once historians record it, it will be passed down to future generations.
Tianjiao, have you heard the saying?
What saying?
History is written by the victors. All these years, the Sun family has made a mess of the world. They have sidelined me for years. Do you think I will let them live?
But your majesty, this...
The Sun family and their disciples everywhere seize fertile land and extort bribes. Local officials cater to their whims, scraping the earth 3 feet deep, also bribing Sun Xiang. When disasters strike, the people suffer unbearably. Do you think I will let them live? They closed the border markets with the nomads because the Xiongnu did not bribe them, leading to frequent Xiongnu incursions. Border civilians suffered heavy casualties, with over 100,000 captured. Tell me, Empress Dowager, the Sun family, do they deserve to live?
Forget it. I won't persuade you anymore, your majesty. I heard from my father that the Xiongnu plan to send 5,000 cavalry through the pass.
What are the Xiongnu up to? I know all too well. They know of our internal strife and are already itching to move. Pretending submission is merely to gain my trust, that's all. Once I trust them, their follow-up, army will follow.
Then just refuse them.
Why refuse?
But didn't your majesty say...
I said, letting their 5,000 cavalry through the pass would fall into a trap. So I allow the Xiongnu Khan to bring 20,000 cavalry through the pass.
What is your majesty thinking? 20,000 cavalry entering. Wouldn't that throw the world into chaos?
What? Am I not reliable?
But this is 20,000 cavalry.
Because only with 20,000 cavalry will the Xiongnu Khan personally accompany the army. They want to rob us. So I'll set a trap for them.
We kowtow to see our emperor. Long live the emperor. 10,000 years.
All ministers rise.
Emperor. You imprisoned me. What exactly do you want to do?
Today I brought you here just to make you lose convincingly.
Zhuwen, you still dare to be arrogant now? I heard the rebel armies have already reached the capital. In less than half an hour, they will break into the Forbidden City. Even if you have winter clothes, so what? You face an army of 500,000. You are doomed to lose.
Today I'll show you that the 500,000 rebel armies you rely on in front of me are nothing but scarecrows.
Zhuwen, I think you're just afraid. Kidnapping us is just to restrain the various rebel lords.
Zhuwen, I advise you to release us quickly. When the city falls, we might still leave you a whole corpse.
Fool! Not to mention, the rebel lords are like weeds in my eyes. Even if they break in, the first ones to be killed would be you.
Emperor, you have a big mouth. I want to know how the Emperor plans to repel the 500,000 army.
I will satisfy your last wish before death.
Reporting to your majesty, the 7 rebel armies have breached Xuanwu Gate and Yangding Gate. They are now heading towards the palace. Please leave this place immediately.
Zhuwen, your doom has come.
The city gates are broken. The palace has no defense. In less than a quarter hour, your head, it's about to land.
Your majesty?
Pass on my order. Open the city gates. Everyone must not resist. Then send someone to shout. Tell them that I am sitting here waiting, and ask them if they have the courage to enter the palace.
What? You still want to play the empty city strategy? Once the army arrives, I will definitely grind your bones to ashes.
Your majesty? Tell me the truth. What exactly is going on? The defending troops in the city, are there only tens of thousands? Is this intentional on your part? Or what?
There are only 50,000 defending troops in the city. Yangding Gate and Xuanwu Gate were intentionally yielded by me.
Zhuwen, you're still stubbornly denying. If Xuanwu Gate is breached, the entire inner city will be occupied. The capital's armory, granary, and others will all fall into the hands of the feudal lord's army. You only have the palace with a few thousand imperial guards, so you simply can't win.
I thought you had victory in hand. But who knew it was a lie? Within one day, the outer city, and inner city have all fallen. Your reign as emperor is over.
Forget it. I don't want to argue with you anymore.
Zhuwen, I see you really are at a loss for words. Just slowly enjoy your final moments.
Your Majesty, the 7 feudal lords have brought troops to the meridian gate of the palace, demanding to see your Majesty.
You go and bring them in?
Yes.
Zhuwen, your death has come. The 7 great feudal lords have already attacked the palace. I see how you can still be arrogant.
Zhuquan, you're celebrating too early. Yangding Gate and Shanwu Gate were intentionally yielded by His Majesty. Otherwise, do you think these feudal lords could conquer the outer and inner cities in such a short time?
Shuhu, don't keep deceiving yourself. I now give you a chance. As long as you side with me now, when I ascend the throne, you can continue to be your Duke of Wei.
You're on the brink of death and still unaware.
Shuhu, don't be ungrateful. This is your only chance.
Empress Dowager Sun, even if the outer and inner cities are broken, but now if we want to kill you, it's an easy task.
Defeat is imminent, yet you dare to be so arrogant. Killing at will? It seems the Emperor of the Hua really needs to be replaced.
Ridiculous. What treacherous officials are in the court? On the contrary, you are clearly rebelling. Who allowed you to privately bring troops into the capital?
Of course it was I who allowed him to bring troops into the capital. Treacherous rebels in the court cause chaos, leading to great turmoil in the world. The treacherous rebel is Duke of Wei, Shu Hu. Also, Left Leopard Guard, Commander Hu Lin. And your Dahua Empress, Shu Tianjiao.
Uncle Shu's family has brought chaos to the world, causing the people to suffer. Please, Uncle, follow the late Emperor's decree. Purge the court and restore order.
You are rebelling. Fine. Since today, you have all come here. Don't think you can leave alive.
Lin, you dare speak to me like this? Seeking death.
On the brink of death and still unaware. Do you really think you can still get out?
You haven't seen my strength. Mine and my royal brothers' army has conquered the capital. Now only this palace remains. Listen well, all of you. Now submit to me, and I will give you a way out. Otherwise, death.
King Zhao, don't celebrate too early. His Majesty is here. You cannot be so presumptuous.
He has been on the throne for years, with no achievements, causing great turmoil. I, following the late Emperor's decree, should depose Emperor Zhuwen and choose a wise ruler to inherit the throne.
Are you sure you still won't submit? Will you continue to follow Zhuwen, this foolish emperor, to the bitter end?
Do you submit?
What? What do you mean?
His meaning is simple. He will take the throne. As for you, you must submit to him.
By the decree of heaven, the Emperor proclaims, now King Yue, King Lu, King Rao, King Liang, King Wu, King Shu, King Wei, the 7 great feudal lords, for their own selfish desires, have brought suffering to the people. You have failed to repay the Emperor's grace above, and neglected the people below, deeply disappointing me. According to the laws of Great Hua, you shall be executed.
No, you can't kill me. I'm Prince Qi, appointed by the late Emperor. Your younger brother. If you kill me, you'll bear eternal infamy.
Zhu Quan, for so many years, relying on the Empress Dowager's favor, you have acted recklessly and oppressed the people. Today, I cannot spare you.
No, you can't kill me, no.
Sun Xiang, my former Prime Minister, now. Do you have anything to say to me?
If you were the Empress Dowager's own son, I would naturally support you.
The duty of a Prime Minister is to protect the people of the world.
It doesn't matter anymore. Please treat my daughter well. What do you mean?
If you don't eradicate the roots, the grass will regrow. I cannot keep such a person by my side. We'll meet in the underworld. Guards, take him away.
You vicious dog, Emperor! I won't let you go, even as a ghost.
You. I am the late Emperor's Empress. You can't treat me like this.
You still know you are the Empress Dowager of the nation? When you summoned the feudal lords to the capital, did you know you were the Empress Dowager? Did you ever know that summoning feudal lords would cause so much suffering and devastation?
That was all your stubbornness.
Summoning the feudal lords was forced upon me. What about colluding with the Xiongnu? Great Hua and the Xiongnu have been enemies for generations. You colluded with the Xiongnu and betrayed Great Hua, betraying the people of the world. You deserve to die.
No, you can't kill me. I am the Empress Dowager, your nominal mother.
No one can betray the country and national interests. Now Empress Dowager's son has disrupted the court and abused power, causing chaos and suffering among the people. Later, she summoned feudal lords for private campaigns, harming the common people. Moreover, she colluded with the Xiongnu and betrayed the country and national interests. Her crimes are unforgivable. Shuhu.
Old Minister, I am here.
Imprison the Empress Dowager and give her poisoned wine, a cup to announce to the world, as a warning to all.
As you command. Empress Dowager, let's go.
Emperor.
Let's go.
Emperor. I am the Empress Dowager. You can't do this.
Your Majesty, now that the feudal lords are eliminated, the disasters are gone, and the world is at peace.
No. The real war has just begun. The age of great navigation has arrived. I decree, recruit all talented individuals from the world. We still have a victorious battle to fight.